Hi everybody, Peg here. I am just having a play. One of the things, I go out and take some online classes just to see what other people are doing and, refresh my memory because Lord knows my memory is not what it used to be. And a lot of times I don't find a lot of content that is new to me, but that I've forgotten about. One of the artists that I've taken a class with recently, and I'm sorry, there's the old memory thing. I've forgotten her name, but I will put a link to that in the description down below. Was using this red rosin paper, and I thought, well, what a good experimentation surface. It's inexpensive. I think I bought this roll for, I don't know, about $13, and it's huge. This is the stuff that the painters use on the floor when they're painting your house and stuff, just to keep from having stuff track through. She was using it to create collage elements, which I think is brilliant, because she's got all of these elements made in advance, and she can use them to collage with. Well, one of my real loves is collage. So I thought, well, yeah, I should get a roll of that stuff. So I went out and priced it, and I thought, this is relatively inexpensive, and what a great drop cloth, because, I've been using those school pads, or what do you call them, the flip charts, because they're big, and it's just, kind of like text paper, and I thought, well, those are big enough to cover a nice surface. Well, you can make these as big as you want. You can cover a whole table. And that's kind of what I'm doing here. What I'm doing now is I'm just going and putting a light coat of gesso on some of this paper. So I've got some stuff prepped. I like to have some surfaces ready so that I can play and try different things. So that's what I'm doing, is just prepping this paper for play. So I'll come back and I'll show you some of what it is I plan on doing, and we'll see what the next step is. Okay, so I apologize for my lapse in memory. The gal's class that I took was Carol Nelson's from Craftsy, and it's an inexpensive class, and she has some great techniques, so I highly recommend it if you want to take a really good class from a mixed media artist. Anyway, I have my gessoed papers now, and what I want to do is play with some stencils and some different products that I have out here. So let's just give it a go. Right now, this is heavy gel, matte, medium. So I just want to see. Yeah, and I have used this, but it is really, really heavy. And some of the gals that I was talking with online were talking about how they were having some difficulty with it. So I thought, well, let's play with it. Let's see what the properties really are. I have this cool Stencil Girl stencil, and I'm just going to apply some of this through the stencil. And get some of that down. Oops. Get some of that down on my background. And I have a bucket of water here handy because you don't want to let this stuff set up on here at all. You'll have a real mess. So that is heavy gel. And you see it stands up real well. Actually got kind of thick there. I suppose I could sand it down later, but I'm going to take it off with my finger and throw that aside to dry, and I'm going to grab a towel and clean that up right away, and then throw it in the water. And you don't want to put this stuff down your drains either. You could have some real disastrous plumbing problems. So, okay, So that's going in the water. Clean up my tools. And the next thing I want to work with is, let's see, that was heavy golden matte. Then I've got some Liquitex heavy gloss. I haven't even been into this one yet. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's a lot more liquid than that other one, so I can use a little finer detail. What do I want to use here? Getting some leaves down with Liquitex. These don't lend themselves to black. Maybe this one. Okay, so I've got some black gesso and with some mess inside. And I'm gonna just take a little bit of that out with a sponge. Dab it right up there because I can. So I'm going to offload, and then I'm going to come in on here with the black gesso, and this is just going to become a layer. I had a special request for something for my grandson, and so I was, let's see how we're doing here. Yeah, I made a mess. That's okay. So what I can do with that is take this and just turn it into something that's falling into the background, because that's okay too. All right, and I will get a baby wipe and clean my palette knife and set that one aside to dry. Let me grab that piece. I was looking for moon rocks, and this is what I came up with. He's kind of liking that sci-fi stuff, so I was doing the whole moon rock and gears and, you know, kind of between steampunk and outer spacey looking stuff. So got a few little stringies on there. Anyway, you can see where we ended up with on that. So this is the background stuff. And this is a piece of Tyvek. So what you're doing is heating it with an iron. That's what the backside looks like. And creating this. But go over and check out her class, because she's got it all there. And there's also some good stuff on YouTube from other artists that deal with that same sort of thing. So, you know, if you're interested, go check it out. Okay, so then I've got, what did I do with it? I had some, let's see, that's crackle paint from Ranger. I'm going to save that to go over. I've got some that's gessoed in black. I've got some absorbent ground. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh, here. There's some more products. There's some soft gel and some glass bead gel. Ooh, I'm thinking let's try the glass bead gel. with this. Let's see what this does. I've only used a little bit out of here, but I'm thinking that might be really pretty with something floral. And you know me, I'm always ready to experiment, right? So let's do a little experimentation. This is another Stencil Girl stencil. And I'll tell you what it is here in a minute once I start doing the cleanup. I'm just going to take this down here, the excess, and get a piece that's got some texture on it. I might use in another way. And then I'm going to take this up. Oh yeah. I'm going to come over here and I'm just going to scrape off the excess. Can you hear that? That's gritty glass in there. There really are glass beads embedded in this, which is kind of cool. Okay, so I've got those, and I'm going to close that up. Take another cleaner upper and wipe that off. Got this very detailed thing, but I'm going to put some, oh, if I can get it open. I'm going to put some absorbent ground. Maybe not through the stencil. Maybe I'm just going to put some absorbent ground over here. And give me something to play with later. So that's got the bead gel and the absorbent ground. Set that aside. And then I have another piece, and what do I want to do on there? I have some soft gel gloss. Let's see what that's like. Oh, it is soft. Did I use some soft? Who did I use soft from? Let's try this one. Oh, and I didn't tell you who that other one was. That floral one is... I'm having trouble reading it. It's a Stencil Girl. Helps if you turn it up right side, Peg. Got so much stuff in there I can't read it. There we go. S313. Okay, and this one is SO75. This is one of Applin's. I like her stuff. Really cool. Okay, so this is the soft. And you can see what I'm doing is I'm just building up a stash of components that can go onto something. It helps if you have things, you know, if you're going to go create a piece, you want to have things to pick from. And if you don't have the components ready to go, then you're stuck in the middle trying to create something. Okay, so that was the soft gloss. I'm going to move it over and just clean it off here. See if we get any of the residue to do something fun. Sometimes the cleanings are better than the original. Who knew? Okay, So that's done. And I can put the lid back on. And then over here I have some, let's see, I have some Bombay ink I wanted to play with. This is the black. And I just want to probably need a brush for this. That's kind of fun. Look what it's doing here in the middle. I wonder what would happen. I've got a squeegee here. Let me hit it with some water. The water's making it move. Oh yeah. Okay, that's going to be some fun. Mop up that excess. Yeah, okay. That's fun. All right, set that one aside. Got a couple of different colors. Of the India ink. It doesn't look mixed up. Let me try this. Do that brush. Here we go. I think I want a little more of that. Okay. Now, this is just a Dollar Tree squeegee. liking that. Then I think, let's see, what have I got? What have I got? Ooh, a little peeled paint maybe. Okay. Yeah, I like that. Gives it some nice texture. And I'll try that with the peeled paint again, because it's got kind of a green tint to it, which is adding into the whole piece. Oh, fun. Okay. So I have my sprays here. Let's see, what colors do I want? Let's do, how about a red and a blue and a yellow? Yeah, why not? Do the primaries. Okay. So I'm going to start with, oh, let me get that. Ooh, let me get that. My new favorite stencil. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I got about 10 favorite stencils. But here I've got some of these awesome ones. This is a Tracy Batista. And let's see if I can get this stretched out. Okay. So let's see. Let's just do, let's do the alcohol around there. Clean that off. I like that. Okay, I'm going to move it over just a hair. I'm going to start again with the red. That was Buttercup. This is Red Carnation. Don't breathe in the fumes. Clean that off over there. Cool. I like it. Okay. Okay, and now we've got yellow and red. So I'm going to move it off just a little bit again. And what did I do with the blue? Oh, here we go. This is Sailboat Blue. I'm not going to try to breathe in. Take a deep breath. Oh man, that looks 3D. You know, like when you go to the movie with those funny glasses? I'll get my hair dryer. I use a hair dryer on cool setting. Okay. And what do I want to do? What I really want to do is snip this. Do I dare? Do I dare? You know, nothing ventured, nothing ventured. Where are my scissors? I know, you're saying, cutting your stencil, what are you doing? Well, that's the kind of girl I am. What I'm doing is creating another stencil out of my stencil. Or a mask, or, you know, whatever you want to call it. So, I'll be back. Okay, so this is what I did. I took my scissors and I snipped all around the middle and I took this heart out. So now I have a stencil and a mask. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some more spray. I have, let's see, this is cranberry. So I'm going to hit, let's see, it's kind of off a little bit more than I wanted it. Just want it slightly askew. Okay, that's pretty good. So I'm going to hit this with cranberry. I'm going to dry that with my hair dryer. Okay, then I have some vermilion, which is really red. I'm going to hit just slightly there, and then I want to hit it with a little bit of alcohol. There. See how it's doing this? Now, before it all spreads out, I need to dry again. Cool. Okay, so now I have this part and this part, and I can actually come in with, oh, let's see. Just creating a halo around this mask with that purple ink. Let's see if that's enough. Yeah, a little sticky. Yeah. Okay. Like that. So, throw that in the water. And we'll let this percolate for a bit. And move on. These are the other two, well, three cool stencils. Aren't these cool? I can see something pearlescent over this black. Wouldn't that be gorgeous? Okay, let me keep going here. My thought was, I got this cool, almost looks like a bird in the church window thing. Let me see. Not the one I'm looking for, is it? No, it's not. Here we go. Found it. This one. I was playing with that yesterday. Let me show you what I came up with. It turned out pretty cool, I think. I was jelly printing. And look at this. Isn't that neat? I like that. So I was going to try to do something on this black. And so what I need to do here is I need to use some white gesso over the top here, so I've got a place to go with this, I think. So I'll do that, and you know, these videos will be continued. So that's it for today, guys. Bye.